Hi there, I'm Danny Crouch from Choose Your Chapter, and today we're talking theme dynamics. And we're going to look at achiever and developer. So these are two talent themes according to the Clifton StrengthsFinder profiling tool. And when you complete this online assessment, there's 34 talents in which we all have inside of us. And this online assessment will give you the opportunity to address your top 5. So when we say top 5, we're looking at what you do well. So the majority of people in society will look at number 33 and number 34, better known as weaknesses. We'll look at our weaknesses or what's broken or what needs fixing. So this is what we call the strengths movement, and we're building a strengths community around focusing on what we love doing, what gives us energy. And we do this via the Clifton StrengthsFinder. So by completing the online assessment, you'll have access to a wealth of information on every talent. You'll get a copy of an ebook, StrengthsFinder 2.0, and you also have the ability to connect with strengths coaches and strengths enthusiasts around the world. So what we do today is we go through theme dynamics. So the best opportunity we recommend is by participating in strengths communities and opening up the dialogue and the communication and play around with people with different talents. Now the best way we can do that is with strengths coaches, because this is designed as an engagement tool. A tool to help you open up and communicate what you do well. So it's great for teenagers going through school, it's great for business environment, management and employees. It's an employee engagement tool. It's awesome for sport, especially team sport, but even individual sport, allowing the individual to understand themselves. And of course, all sports people have a coach. So we recommend having a strengths coach regardless of what industry you're in, even when it comes to relationships, partners, husbands, wives, even kids and their parents. It's a fantastic way of allowing you to understand and identify exactly who you are. So what we're doing is we're starting to look at how two different talent themes play together and play a part. So if you can imagine, we have achiever, which is number 1 on the strengths grid alphabetically the whole way through. And it's an executing talent. So this is the type of person who loves getting things done. More often than not, you probably keep lists and you love the ability and the opportunity to tick something off the list. It's even said that people with high achiever, if they do something that's not on the list, they'll purposely write it down just so they can tick it off. And these are the type of people that will continuously be busy. Now, resourcefully, they find something they need to do and they get it done. Less resourcefully, they'll just keep doing something to keep active and make sure they feel like they're doing something. So there's a slight difference in nuance. Now, people that are lazy or procrastinate might sit back and say, well, that's not too bad. As long as you're doing something, you must be getting somewhere. Well, trust me when we say this. It's better to be active, focusing on what you want to do and what you want to achieve, rather than running around like a chicken with its head cut off, going nowhere fast. So that's an executing talent. That's how they get something done. On the converse side, we're looking at developer. So developers are relationship building talent, and it has the ability to build relationships by understanding and seeing the potential in others. So it's about helping others live their life to their maximum. Now, I say the word maximum in the sense that I have maximizer number 1, which is an influencing talent, which sees the good in people that wants to make it great. So there are a slight similarity there, but developer is completely different in the sense that it's about people. Now, if we look at the particular individual with developer in their own top 5, quite often what we find from a coaching perspective is because it's such an outward focused strength on other people, they forget to follow the potential of themselves. And they may lack confidence and self-esteem at times. I'm not saying this is a permanent thing. This could be just at times, and it's about also looking within inside yourself and understanding your own potential within you. Because if you develop and grow your developer, you're showing those around you, you're inspiring them through the relationships you have to look within themselves and understand their own potential. Because no one likes a hypocrite, especially when someone's trying to recommend that, hey, you have a lot of potential in you. Let's nurture and grow that developer, or let's grow that potential, when in actual fact that individual may not be looking within themselves. So lead by example. It's not about me, it's not about making it about self, but we need to be healthy and ready to roll in our own selves. So we just tipped over the 5-minute mark. So if that makes sense, you can see that combining forces together, two people, one with developer, one with achiever, the achiever will consistently want people to just keep moving, keep active. They're going to push people and motivate people to want to do things. Combine that with a developer and they'll have the communication to see the potential in someone on your team and allow someone to inspire them to actually get out there and live to their full potential. Does that make sense? Now, where they can clash is a developer may want to form that relationship and be a lot more caring and nurture that person to understand and appreciate and accept their potential. Where an achiever, similar to an activator, maybe just saying, come on, just get out there and give it a go. You've got to get busy trying. But developers are going to want to nurture that relationship, as I say. So there's a lot of strength in these two talents combining, because an achiever could come across as quite brash and pushy, where a developer will come across as a little bit softer and delicate, because they're about building and forming relationships, where an achiever is just about getting things done. In a sporting environment, achievers are someone who you want to have on your team. They're going to know what needs to be done at certain times. And then the developers are going to be able to see the potential in your team. They're going to see the potential from a physical perspective, emotional perspective, and a thought perspective. Where an achiever is going to focus purely on the behavioral aspects of how things are getting done. Yes, once grown and depending on their other top 4 talents or their other talents that play around, achievers will have emotional intelligence and they will have a psychological process that they can understand thoughts as well. But we're looking at the theme domains as much as we are the individual talents. It's really, really powerful, and it may not be making a lot of sense here because I'm trying to cram everything into a 5 to 7 minute little video. So if it doesn't quite make sense, reach out to someone on Facebook or LinkedIn or connect with a strengths coach around the world. They're everywhere. There's communities, you just got to Google them or put them in the search engine. I shouldn't be branding too much for one particular company. But there's an opportunity there to strike up a conversation, read a book. So I had the good fortune of interviewing 34 strengths coaches around the world. And I mean around the world, pretty much 34 different countries almost. But they have different insights based on their own individual talents. And just by watching these interviews, we put them into a course, Focus on Your Strengths. You'll find it on Udemy, udemy.com. But you can learn from these different strengths coaches, but we show you their top 5 talents so you can hear in their answers how their top 5 theme dynamics play with each other. And it's fascinating. Some of us are aware of it, some of us aren't, because they are so naturally ingrained. Because a talent is your natural patterns of thought, emotions, and behavior. And when we apply skills and knowledge to these talents, they become mature strengths. So it's like a sports person. They all have coaches. Tiger Woods, Roger Federer, a lot of the cricket players, soccer players, rugby league players, NFL players, baseball players, basketball players. Where would Michael Jordan be today without his first basketball coach? So why is it when it comes to personal and professional development, there's this stigma attached to coaches? Well, I'm a strengths coach and I love being a part of the strengths community. And my strengths grow continuously because I listen to others and I learn from others developing their talents. So why not come on board? I'm Danny Crouch from chooseyourchapter.com.au, and remember, focus on your strengths. Bye for now.